Game on.
The Chapel Project is the most important building that has ever been built or ever will be built on this campus. It's in the heart of the campus, it's on Mirror Lake, and the chapel and the Bass Mansion will be able to communicate with each other architecturally.
Blood flow restriction training is a new treatment technique we're using at Parkview Sports Medicine that helps us stay on the cutting edge. This type of training is not only new to Parkview Sports Medicine, but in physical therapy as a whole. And it's really gaining popularity because it solves one of the fundamental problems that we see in therapy. We have a lot of patients who we can't put a lot of stress through their injured tissue, but we still want them to get stronger and still want them to gain muscle size. Blood flow restriction training uses a specialized piece of equipment, a blood flow restriction cuff, that fits around the upper portion of an arm or a leg. Doing that, then it partially restricts, but not totally occludes the blood flow going to the limb.
I thought it was gonna hurt, and it does kind of feel weird, but it doesn't hurt or anything. I just didn't really know what to expect. Well, you put it on and then you have to lay down and let it calibrate, and it gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And then after that, get in your position to do your workout and then press the inflate button and it'll squeeze your leg or your arm.
What the research is telling us about training with blood flow restriction is that the buildup of the lactic acid and the metabolic stress that we're putting on these tissues helps you gain strength and muscle size, similar to that of training at high intensity.
Compared to a normal workout, the burn comes within the third rep, and then the 30-second break in between, there's no recovery. I can see the difference and feel the difference. It feels a lot more effective than just doing normal exercises.
Blood flow restriction training is the perfect tool to solve that fundamental problem. But this is something that you don't see everywhere, and you don't see very many places in Indiana at all.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Craw.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
My grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in, soccer fans. This is Tim Atkinson with Summit City Sports, coming to you live from Bishop Darcy Stadium as we have a battle of local clubs here on the college level. We're talking about the home St. Francis Cougars taking on the Indiana Tech Warriors. Coming to you live right here from Bishop Darcy Stadium. Outstanding to be here. Beautiful day here overlooking the lake here on the campus of St. Francis. Second time coming out here for myself to get out to this beautiful stadium, as we love to see all kinds of sporting action out here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Right now, let's send you to our PA announcer for our starting lineups and, of course, our national anthem.
We'll begin with our prayers. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this game, we ask you to bless these athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. Keep us safe from injury and harm. Instill in us respect for each other and give us strength in our endeavors. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. First up, introducing from Indiana Tech.
Up first will be Indiana Tech in the orange from right to left.
Edwin Rosado. On the field, number 3, Jaime Tenorio. Number 7, Noe Garcia. Number 9, Luke Jones. 11 is Dean Ward. 12, Pablo Tornay. 14, Angel De Jorge. Hope I did that, Angel. Number 18, Jackson Zimmerman. 23, Will Harris. 24, Pep Casas. And the head coach for Indiana Tech, John Dunn. And now,
for the St. Francis Cougars, left to right on your screen, starting with the big fella.
University of St. Francis Cougars. In goal, 00, Braden Kern. On the field, number 4, Axel Perez. Lucas Recoses. Number 7, Ivan Altamirano. Number 8, Chato Martinez. Number 9, Buka Bukaram. Number 10, Ethan Vigario. 14, Julian Colantonio. Number 17, Josh Pedretti. Number 18, Nate Conder. And number 30, Mikey McClellan. The assist man.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Starting lineups in the books, put on, thrown down by the PA announcer here at St. Francis University. University of St. Francis, I should say. And now we will pause for our national anthem. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are set. 45 minutes of game action on the clock. NAIA men's soccer right here at Bishop Darcy Stadium, University of St. Francis. Starting lineups for the home St. Francis Cougars. In goal, 00 Braden Kahn. Number 4, Axel Perez. Number 6, Lucas Tricasas. Number 7, Ivan Altamirano. Number 8, Elmar Martinez. Number 9, Juan Bucaram. Number 10, Ethan Vigario. Number 14, Julian Colantonio. And 17, Josh Pedretti. Number 18, Nate Conder. And number 30, Michael McClellan. A lot of international flavor, of course, on the St. Francis club, as you see on Indiana Tech as well, with the sprinkle of some Fort Wayne kids throughout the roster. Getting it starts here for Indiana Tech and head coach John Dunn in a second season. In goal, number 27, Edwin Rosado. Number 3, Jaime Tenario. Number 7, No Garcia. Number 9, Luke Jones. Number 11, Dean Ward. Number 12, Pablo Tournay. Number 14, Angel DeGeorge. Number 18, Jackson Zimmerman out of Bishop Dwenger. Number 23, Will Harris. Number 24, Pep Casas. And number 25, Maxwell Amoako. I'm sure I brutalized that one. So we are about set right here, SummitCitySports.com. Thank you for joining us here. Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play. And we are off. The start of our 45 minutes and match is on. Indiana Tech in your all-orange. And St. Francis with the white and the blue striped tops. Here to start it at Bishop Darcy Stadium and Indiana Tech. The Warriors just a couple of miles away from campus here with possession to start. And they look for the through ball early. Try to pick out Garcia up top. That rolls back harmlessly to Braden Kahn, the senior goalkeeper. Built like one of the tight ends out here for head coach Kevin Donnelly on the football field. Right here on this same one. St. Francis don't get going here football-wise for a couple of weeks yet. Got the bye this week after the huge win a week ago at, I believe, Robert Morris next Saturday in Chicago. Then finally we'll get a home game. A couple of nice ones. I want to say it's Marion and St. Ambrose, maybe? I double check me on that one. But St. Francis football, the Cougs looking good to start the season. Back to the pitch here. Pop straight up. That's a good ball. Traditional 4-back for both clubs. In their back line. Good help defense, but even better touch by Luke Jones. Luke Jones is just a freshman out of Warwickshire, England. And you see it right there. You're just born with the soccer ball at the feet there. Or shall I say football. Early throw in as Jackson Zimmerman had an outstanding career at Bishop Dwenger High School, no doubt about it. Started since his freshman year, at least a ton of minutes his freshman year. Did start some matches. And he was a heck of a soccer player in the Summit Athletic Conference. I had the chance to cover him his 4 years in high school. Now just a sophomore here at Tech, here in town. We love some Jackson Zimmerman here. Summit City Sports, no question. As somebody's having a hissy fit there out on the pitch. Hopefully everybody's all right.
As this game is underway, I mentioned the
St. Francis comes in 3-2 on the early season. Tech 0-1-1. We'll take you through the schedules as we continue through this broadcast. Hey, Moaco. That's dispossessed by the Cougs, and they light a fire here to the attacking end. That's a tremendous defensive play, and the header back to his keeper by the freshman, Will Harris, out of, where else? Coventry, England. I mean, obviously, just a straight line from England right here to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Are you kidding? Good ball played out wide. That diagonal ball looking for the cross now. Ball comes in, and that one hits the pole about 10 yards behind the back of the end zone there.
Our goalkeeper for St.
41-30 left in this first half. Summit City Sports. Don't forget, we will be live all 5 Summit Athletic Conference venues this coming Friday, 7 p.m. and every Friday, barring the fluke technical difficulties, which usually come in spurts. So hopefully we got some cordage repairs and we're okay. Good ball played out near side. Amaoka. Good cut back. Good ball laid off. How about that touch? Right back to him. And defensive recovery was tremendous. Not sure who that was. Is that Pedretti? Numbers are so hard to read.
Axel Perez. Axel is a freshman. He's from Indianapolis.
So it will be the first, or the second quarter here. This one coming. Pep Casas, a freshman out of Barcelona, Spain. Right-footed in-swinger coming. Are they going to go short corner? Thought about it. Cougs react to it. Nope, coming out to it. That's Zimmerman. Plays it back. Outstanding play, but when you got Braden Kahn in goal, read it perfectly, and the quick rollout. Oh, nice hesitation, but a tremendous touch by Dean Ward, the senior out of Leo High School. And that one will stay in. Under 40 minutes left in this first half. That one deflected. Looked like it was a handball, but nope. Just out to touch. Back to the Warriors. Looking to throw. Good pace to the beginning of this match. Long throw over the forward's head in Garcia, but the pressure was made and nearly caused a turnover. Here comes the Cougs looking for some possession. Good ball played here to Perez. Perez is the freshman out of Indianapolis, Indiana, Brownsburg High School. Tried to fit it through. It did get through the Warriors, but no one there besides Rosado.
From Puerto Azul, Ecuador.
38-30. Most of the possession here from the Warriors. Good ball played near side. Moako try to pull it to the goal line. Still keeps. Little touch. Just clear. Tracked down by Garcia. Played right back to Garcia. Looking for the ball into the box. Plays it. And Khan there for the easy grab. Plays out wide. Amaoka. I hope I'm saying that right, because the amount of possession he's had in this first half, be ashamed to call his name wrong. Near side, battling on the sideline, and just out to touch to the Cougars. Nope. Check it. Going to the Warriors. Jaime. Scenario, but played in just over the head of Zimmerman. And Khan now. Again, this is Tim Atkinson with Summit City Sports, broadcaster for the high school coverage here in the city of Fort Wayne. Thank you for joining me here live from Bishop Darcy Stadium, as it has been all tech early. And here's Jackson Zimmerman, the Bishop Dwenger product. That one is deflected out. And two touch to the Warriors. Throw in into the box. Flipped it up right at the top of the 18. Cleared out. That was a tough ball to hit like that over your shoulder. Given right back to Tech and played back to Ward. Here's Perez. Plays it up top. Looking to break out on McClellan. Nope, he's good. Tech, one of the offsides, not called. McClellan on that left side. He's a speedster. Look at that play. Cross comes in and it has to be cleared out. And that should be a corner. Nope, they're going to call a throw-in coming for the Cougs. But the best attack there coming on that left side from number 30, Michael McClellan, out of Shearville, Indiana, Lake Central High School. As you hear the train rolling by, and the south, right behind the south end zone, right behind the R. Bruce Dye Football Training Center, to the right of our screen. Another piece of atmosphere here on the campus of the University of St. Francis. Of course, overlooking the pond. Collision there. No harm, no foul. Oh, looking to break through. That was darn close to offsides. The flag stayed down, and if that got through, that was a 1v1 for the Warriors. Comes back. Harris pops it near side. Casas. Harris. Patience here from Tech. Bukaram, not a lot of chances up top early. Vigario, the Cougs' leading goal scorer, with 6 goals in 5 games, leading the club with 12 points as well.
St. Francis, number 9, is Bukaram. He's a senior.
Ball played out by Vigario, the aforementioned Here's McClellan with space. McClellan, look for the through ball. Great timing. Ooh. I do not know, ladies and gentlemen, about that one.
He's from Strathroy, Ontario.
As that will be offsides, free kick coming. For Tech, and they restart it.
St. Francis from
Try to flick it through. Could not. Bugario cuts it back. How about that piece of trickery? Tried to nutmeg, couldn't get it through. And Moaco, that was pretty dribbling. This kid's pretty talented, no question. Out of Ghana. But here's Garcia. Garcia played it wide. Tracked down by Jones, and we're going to have offsides. Jones was offsides. Going back to Maxwell. And Moaco out of Kumasi, Ghana. And the free kick coming for the keeper, Braden Kahn. We'll stay with the Cougs. Again, as we saw last week,
number 17 out there for the Cougars is a sophomore.
against Siena Heights,
He is from
McClellan on that left side of the field caused all kinds of fits for the defense, which led to the win. And that was followed up. And smartly cleared out to touch. But that was then followed up. Let's go back to that Siena Heights where they won 3-2. Then they get defeated on the 6th. Trinity Christian, they lost 3-4. And then away game, their previous game on the 7th against Lincoln Christian, 17-0 for the Cougs. So rolling high coming into this match against Tech. Tech just 0-1-1 on the season. As they were defeated by Huntington, 1-0. As I take that back, they're 0-1. This is their second match of the season. The first one was on the 4th per DAC stats. 30-48. Clock rolling. And another whistle and another free kick coming for the Cougs. About 15 minutes into the match. No real chances early. Had some good pressures and attack, but nothing really on goal here in this first half thus far. Out to midfield, just over the head of Perez. Garcia, the cross comes in on the ground, wide, no one there on this near side. Out for another goal kick for Khan. The 6'2 senior out of Salina High School, Salina, Ohio. Surveys with the boot near side. Headed back in by Tech. Cleared back out by Colantonio. Bouncing ball comes to Perez. Looking to settle it. Good pressure by Jackson Zimmerman. That will deflect out to touch, I believe, to the Cougs. Yeah, it will. I'm going to back up the throw here. There's Condor. As they switch it all the way to that far side. Oh, good ball. Just off the end of the toe. Out to Marino. Good hustle. Ball. Here he is. The Ghana native. Amaoko just misses that far post. Not by much, kids. Not by much at all. And that will go out for a goal kick. Let's go to our City Sports replay. See this ball played nicely. Weighted ball. Amaoko faked the cutback, went to the left, and absolutely blistered it. But just wide. Back to the live action. George. Good read. That was Josh Pedretti, the sophomore out of Toronto, Ontario. But it does come back to Tech. Nearly got caught up. Coming out of the center back for some offense was Ward out of Leo. Little tug. And yep, that was too obvious, right in the line of vision of the referee. Immediately called. And this is a dangerous spot for a free kick if you're a Cougar, no question. Under 28 minutes left in this first half. The referee does not want to hear it. So it will be number 24, Pep Casas, the freshman out of Barcelona, Spain, with the right boot. And I believe that's 23, Will Harris, the freshman out of Coventry, England, with the left. Let's see who takes it. There's a three-man wall for the Cougs. Four-man wall. Ball off the cross. Just hit the upper 90. Comes back to Simmerman. Not out of danger yet. And out to touch. What a free kick. Laid down by the lefty. Will Harris, the 6'4" freshman out of Coventry, England. As that one comes back to Simmerman. We're under 27 minutes. Smartly played back to Rosado. Who has about 50-yard cushion to figure out what he wants to do. Looking for Simmerman. Beautiful header from Simmerman, but offsides is the call. Garcia a step off out of the Canary Islands. That will be a free kick coming for the Cougs, but that was a tremendous header from Jackson Simmerman. Ball played in, 26. And we're going to have the first real decent free kick spot for the Cougs. That's going to be number 10, Ethan Vigario, the junior out of Strathroy, Ontario. Holy Cross Catholic High School. We'll take a peek at it. Got 3 there, 4 at the strolling through the top of the 18. Plenty of defenders, almost 2 to each Coug. Down there at the top of the box. McClellan just sneaking outside of it. As you see on the right hand of your screen. Ball comes in. And that had to be headed out by Harris. That will be a corner on this near side. That one just missed 2 St. Francis players' headers. And now the Cougs with a corner chance. Vigario's going to bring it over. 25 minutes. As faking the in and out swinger. You don't see this very often. Ball comes in near post. Headed straight out. And smart header by Tech. Played back in by the Cougs. Here's a chance. Takes a shot. Line drive shot. And the save from Rosado. Stays 0-0. 24-30. Thank you for joining us here from Bishop Darcy Stadium. Ball booted out by Khan. Great body control, then the help from Vigario. Try to keep it dispossessed, and the through ball. Great weighted. Amaoka thinking about it. How about that turn? In space. Still with possession, clips it over to that far side. And then give it away. Out to Morano. That one blocked by Martinez. Comes out to McClellan. McClellan. Nice piece of footwork. Give it away right back to the Warriors once again. Zimmerman trying to get to it. And what we got? Nothing happening. As it will be a goal kick. Let's go back to that Will Harris left-booted free kick that hit the upper 90, the right. Bam. Came out nearly 10 yards, 15 yards off the blast. That was tremendous. Beat the keeper, Khan, easily. I mean, that's going to beat two keepers on that. On that far side, knocked out to touch smartly by the Cougars. Under 23 minutes. Bukaram. Great play in space, and the find to McClellan. Lets it roll. McClellan. Oh, what a play. McClellan looking for the cross. Has Vigario. And deflected, but right to Rosado. And a quick throw out near side to Zimmerman. The sophomore out of Bishop Dwenger plays it back. Vigario gets it to Perez. But here comes Tech. Got the space. Garcia. Can he get a shot off? No. And got ball. Great defending on the recovery from Pedretti. And a corner. But definitely better than the alternative, which would have been given up. A one-on-one chance. A left-footed in-swinger coming on that far corner. Going to bring a defender out. Ball comes in. Short post. And did get a header on it, I believe, was the George, but out over the end line, wide of this near side post, out for another goal kick. Summit City Sports replay. There's that ball, played out wide, and just took a rip. Why not? That was a nice line drive shot, kind of a knuckler, but stayed with it, did Rosado. It's been the best chance so far, really, for the Cougars. As we're under 21 minutes remaining in this first half. We stay scoreless. Jones. Jones. Left-footed shot. And good stance. And on his line is Khan for the grab. And the rollout. Vigario makes a miss. Bukaram. Going to be clipped up, and hopefully he's all right, holding that left knee. Let's see if he's okay. Trying to walk it off. This is the senior out of Ecuador, Lagos Academy High School, and is doing such, walking it off. Trying to play it wide to McClellan off that free kick. How about that touch? Great touch. How about a second touch? Settles it. Ball played near side. Tremendous stuff there from Luke Jones out of Warwick, England. Anaoka, look at the speed. Cuts it in. And a shot. Saved by Braden Kahn. That was a tricky little play. Kahn on his line. But Asaoka tearing up this left side for the Tech offense. And we got a whistle. I'm not even sure what the call is on that. Yeah, I don't think the Warriors do either, but the Cougs will take it. 19 minutes left in this first half. Free kick coming. Ball played wide to McClellan. Once again, Garcia on that far side. That one, save Khan, and then the rebound, Asaoka. That was a well-deserved goal for that young fella. The freshman from Ghana puts it in 1-0 for Tech. Just doesn't get much better than that. So the follow.
In the goal, number 25, Maxwell Oka.
Beautiful play, Asaoka. Just try to get you a replay of that really quick. Just the follow in from Garcia. Let's go to the Summit City Sports replay. That's Garcia on that far side. Rips a shot off the save of Khan. Can't corral it and put right back in the net for the first goal of our match.
Coming off, Lucas Tracosis, number 6, and Ivan Altamirano, number 7.
Restarted, Bukaram. So 1-0. As I messed your time up there, never stopped the clock. Trying to get you that replay. So let's reset it, sync it back up with the scoreboard here in the stadium, 8-10 and clicking. Here comes Perez, goes wide to McClellan. McClellan cuts it. Pair of Cougs there. That's Kostic in the game, number 21. The senior out of Northside High School. Number 21's checked in for the Cougs. Try to come Asaoka. Look at that ball. My goodness, what a diagonal switch. And then the through ball. Khan off his line smartly. But these offensive players for Tech really rolling. Timing impeccable to start the match. One 0 Tech. And just pushed off the ball, played back to Rosado, who clears it. And it takes a bounce on that far sideline, headed out by the Cougars. That'll be a touch, or a throw-in, excuse me, for Indiana Tech, as we're going to have substitutions. Number 10, Malte Denert, out of Hamburg, Germany. And number 8, Brendan Sadaway, out of Bridgetown, Barbados. I think so far we've named about 73 different countries, which is outstanding here in the NAIA. Great international flavor here at Darcy Stadium. Of course, adds just a little bit of a wrinkle for the broadcast, of course.
Number 8, Brendan Sadaway, and number 10, Malte Denert, replacing number 18, Jackson Zimmerman, and number 9, Luke Jones.
And we have a whistle, and the referee's asking to knock it off. Too much chirping. Bouncing ball, flipped up. Cal Antonio headed back out. There's Denert, played right back to him. Denert, shot block. Possessed still. Here's Garcia. Garcia plays a nice ball in, headed right back out. Skipped in. Asaoka on the volley, tried to punch it in and hit off the crossbar of the field goal post. Kahn will set it on this near corner of the box. St. Francis down 1-0, 14.5 left in this first half. Possessed once again. Love to see the numbers on that in this first half. Asioka just lost it. That's the first mistake he's made all game. Whew. He is tremendous. Excuse me, I called him a freshman. He's a junior out of Kumasi, Ghana. Vigario try to walk it through. Dispossessed by Tech. They're just too sound. Especially in this early going. Tenario out of Spain. Played it back. Tried to come right back offensively. To George. And deflected near side. So head coach Mitch Ellison in his 21st season here for the University of St. Francis cannot be too pleased with what he's seen here in the first half. Tech has been the better club pretty much in all aspects. Except Kahn has come up beautifully on a couple of tremendous saves. Of course, the one and only goal was too much pressure. Couldn't do anything about that. It's not on him at all. Chance, McClellan, can he get a touch? Save, Rosado. That was it, though. Michael McClellan showing you the speed. And the chance for the Cougs comes up empty. Rosado. Kahn, ooh! And that's going to be a definite yellow. As that was a huge collision. And it may have been timed just perfectly. Looked like that would have went on Kahn, but let's go to the Summit City Sports replay real quick. The ball played in. And then, yeah, we just caught it late there. With both players, Kahn is up. The tremendous junior is out. Or down on the pitch, I should say. Let's take a quick break here. You are watching St. Francis Cougar Soccer right here from Summit City Sports.
Restriction training is a new treatment technique we're using at Parkview Sports Medicine that helps us stay on the cutting edge. This type of training is not only new to Parkview Sports Medicine, but in physical therapy as a whole. And it's really gaining popularity because it solves one of the fundamental problems that we see in therapy. We have a lot of patients who we can't put a lot of stress through their injured tissue, but we still want them to get stronger and still want them to gain muscle size. Blood flow restriction training uses a specialized piece of equipment, a blood flow restriction cuff that fits around the upper portion of an arm or a leg. Doing that, then it partially restricts, but not totally occludes the blood flow going to the limb.
I thought it was gonna hurt, and it does kind of feel weird, but doesn't hurt or anything. I just didn't really know what to expect. Well, you put it on and then you have to lay down and let it calibrate, and it like gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And then after that, get in your position to do your workout, and then press the inflate button and it'll squeeze your leg or your arm.
What the research is telling us about training with blood flow restriction is that the buildup of the lactic acid and the metabolic stress that we're putting on these tissues helps you gain strength and muscle.
And it was a penalty kick. Sorry, I got stuck in that commercial. Saved by Khan once again. Apologies to the senior keeper. But the save on the PK. Will be a corner for Tech. Under 11 and a half. Check it under 11. Corner coming, short one. Looking to play it back. Cross comes in with the left foot. McClellan tries to play it out. Pops it. Has McClellan making the run. And that one cleared out near the pond. That may go swimming. And the throw. There's a chance. Perez and the corner. Good pressure from the freshman out of Brownsburg High School, Axel Perez. And we will have a Cougar corner. Under 10 minutes. 4 in the box. Comes far post. And just a bit heavy. That should be another corner, though, coming to the near side, and it will. Corner comes in. Headed up, and Rosado there easily. We stay 1-0. Near 9 minutes left in this first half. And we're going to have a substitution. That's number 5. Eloy Basne out of Dakar, Senegal.
Eloy Basne, number 5, in for Indiana Tech, replacing number 12, Pablo Dornay.
That one out to touch, back to the Cougars. 8.5. Thank you for joining us here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, Summit City Sports covers high school football every Friday evening, all 5 SAC matchups live. Here at the local conference in Fort Wayne, Indiana. As myself, you can follow me on Twitter at TimAtkinson22 to check out my soccer broadcast schedules throughout the week here locally in Fort Wayne. Next match will be this Saturday, where 2 top 6 teams, the Homestead Lady Spartans, will host the Noblesville Lady Millers. How about that ball played far side? That was Ryan Steele out in Edinburgh, Scotland. Plays it to Garcia, who has put so much pressure on the Cougar defense. Going back and forth. Headed. Still not out of danger at all. Headed back in. Back out. Bukarum tries to get to it. Flick back and smart play by Casas. Making the run. Defense. Bagaria. Whoa. Whoa. Not sure about that one. Tough call there on the junior midfielder out of Strathroy, Ontario. Ethan Vigario. The ball played in on the free kick. Kahn is there. Cougars just can't maintain consistent possession here in this first half to gain any type of momentum and try to make the Warriors defense chase a little bit. As we're nearing 6 minutes left in this half, it's been a great pace. There's a couple of stoppages on injuries. Nothing major, thank goodness. As McClellan tries to get to it. Good slide tackle. Out. That's Dean Ward from Leo High School, the senior. So McClellan, as that will turn into a corner for the Cougars. Good opportunity here in the waning minutes for head coach Mitch Ellison and company to push one through to tie this up before the break. Ball played in, comes all the way to the spot outside the box near side, cleared out by Tech. And that hugged the sideline just a bit. I think that throw-in's going to come almost right about that 45-yard line. Cougs will take it right there. It was Tyler Laborde out of Leo High School, the senior. For St. Francis, where number 23 is checked in. Uh-oh. And collision. Yep, good no call. Did get ball. And the clear out. Tremendous stuff to Perez. Perez has it right to Laborde. Comes right back to Perez. Great stuff from the Cougars. And then without looking, just kind of a hope and a prayer there for the freshman Perez to try to put it out there with the through ball looking for Bucaram, but he wasn't making a run. Perez. McClellan. Tries to boot it down into space. Can't. Comes back. And Ward flicks it out. Side away. Plays it far to Garcia. Garcia brings it back in. Garcia showing you the speed. And the touch. Right back 1-2. Takes a shot. And should have probably taken it on that first give and go. But Kahn there, as he's been. Even on that goal given up. That was off a deflected ball where he was shot at point-blank range. Plenty of space on that far side. Look at this space. Comes the steal. And we have a stoppage of time. As we have another player down, that's Garcia. Let's take a quick break here. St. Francis Cougars.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Craw.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibbs for shot, scores!
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So Garcia, out of Puerto de la Cruz, Canary Islands, is walking off, holding his side. Hopefully he's okay. So we will restart it as James Ohms out of Michigan City, Indiana, Michigan City High School senior comes in for Garcia. Cal Antonio with the boot. Bucaram headed out by Harris. Condor, good throw to Bucaram. Bucaram with a good shield. And just heavy on that touch, but too much grabbing from the defender Harris, and a great free kick position. And you can see the official getting a little perturbed with the talk back by both squads. You may see some clean whistle. Here it is. I believe that's Martinez with the right boot. As we're under 2 minutes left in this first half. Martinez. Blocked. Just the one thing you do not want on that free kick is it being blocked by that one-man wall. But it does come back to Martinez. That one tried to bend it in, kind of faded on him, and an easy grab from Rosado. Looking for Steele, near side, headed out, right back in. Connor trying to get to it, does. Martinez will clear out over midfield. We're under 1 minute left in this first half. Battle for it. And they'll get a foul called against St. Francis. And Martinez, free kick coming for the Warriors. 40 seconds. It will be number 24, Pep Casas, a freshman out of Barcelona, Spain. He'll play it back to Harris. Harris, the left-footed boot. And that was tremendous. Touch. 15 seconds. Vigario just off the boot. And that will do it for the end of our first half. The score, 1-0. Indiana Tech Warriors 0-1-0 to start the season. Looking to push the Cougars to 3-3 in this early 2019 season. And we will have a halftime break. We'll take it with them here. They got 15 minutes up on the clock. Well, before we do that, let's take a look at that one counter from the Cougs and McClellan on our Summit City Sports replay. The nice counter and build-up. And that through ball right there to McClellan was weighted beautifully. The one touch, and just can't flick it past the keeper, Rosado. And it stays 1-0. So that is halftime. And we will take a break. Summit City Sports.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless,
that's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Chapel Project is the most important building that has ever been built or ever will be built on this campus. It's in the heart of the campus, it's on Mirror Lake, and the chapel and the Bass Mansion will be able to communicate with each other architecturally.
Blood flow restriction training is a new treatment technique we're using at Parkview Sports Medicine that helps us stay on the cutting edge. This type of training is not only new to Parkview Sports Medicine, but in physical therapy as a whole. And it's really gaining popularity because it solves one of the fundamental problems that we see in therapy. We have a lot of patients who we can't put a lot of stress through their injured tissue, but we still want them to get stronger and still want them to gain muscle size. Blood flow restriction training uses a specialized piece of equipment, a blood flow restriction cuff that fits around the upper portion of an arm or a leg. Doing that, then it partially restricts, but not totally occludes the blood flow going to the limb.
I thought it was gonna hurt, and it does kind of feel weird, but doesn't hurt or anything. I just didn't really know what to expect. Well, you put it on and then you have to lay down and let it calibrate, and it gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And then after that, get in your position to do your workout and then press the inflate button and it'll squeeze your leg or your arm.
What the research is telling us about training with blood flow restriction is that the buildup of the lactic acid and the metabolic stress that we're putting on these tissues helps you gain strength and muscle size, similar to that of training at high intensity.
Compared to a normal workout, the burn comes within the third rep, and then the 30-second break in between, there's no recovery. I can see the difference and feel the difference. It feels a lot more effective than just doing normal exercises.
Blood flow restriction training is the perfect tool to solve that fundamental problem. But this is something that you don't see everywhere, and you don't see very many places in Indiana at all.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Craw.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
My grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit summitcitysports.com.
to stay on the cutting edge. This type of training is not only new to Parkview Sports Medicine, but in physical therapy as a whole. And it's really gaining popularity because it solves one of the fundamental problems that we see in therapy. We have a lot of patients who we can't put a lot of stress through their injured tissue, but we still want them to get stronger and still want them to gain muscle size. Blood flow restriction training uses a specialized piece of equipment, a blood flow restriction cuff, that fits around the upper portion of an arm or a leg. Doing that, then it partially restricts, but not totally occludes the blood flow going to the limb.
I thought it was gonna hurt, and it does kind of feel weird, but doesn't hurt or anything. I just didn't really know what to expect. Well, you put it on and then you have to lay down and let it calibrate, and it like gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And then after that, get in your position to do your workout, and then press the inflate button and it'll squeeze your leg or your arm.
What the research is telling us about training with blood flow restriction is that the buildup of the lactic acid and the metabolic stress that we're putting on these tissues helps you gain strength and muscle size similar to that of training at high intensity.
Compared to like a normal workout, the burn comes like within the third rep, and then the 30-second break in between, there's no like recovery. I can see the difference and feel the difference. It feels a lot more effective than just doing normal exercises.
Blood flow restriction training is the perfect tool to solve that fundamental problem. This is something that you don't see everywhere, and you don't see very many places in Indiana at all.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Atkinson here, Summit City Sports. Welcome back to Bishop Darcy Stadium as we are getting set for our second half of game action between the 0-1-0 Indiana Tech Warriors and the 3-2 St. Francis Cougars. Mad amount of possession there for Indiana Tech in that first half. St. Francis did have some opportunities, but the one and only goal coming from Maxwell Amaako, who just pressured that defense on the left side of the Cougs extremely much in that first, about 35 minutes. Did go out injured, but is back on the pitch on the far side of your field in orange to start it. And it does look like all starters from the first half back on the pitch. 45 minutes up on the board. Summit City Sports. Tim Atkinson here. And we are through. Big shout out for our camera operators, Mitchell Glassford and KG. And watching me run the computer here, as he'll be doing this himself here, Hunter Sosenheimer, sitting in with me to watch it. Quite the crew here tonight, Bishop Darcy Stadium, as that's a guy you do not want to get the ball up to. Amaoka, look at that run, plays it wide to Garcia. No advantage play, ground cross comes in and deflected out, I believe, by the Cougars, out over the scoreboard. That ball was skied, and it should be a corner, I do believe. And it will be a corner coming early for the Warriors. On that far corner flag is number 24, Pep Casas. Heads to that far sideline out of Barcelona, Spain. Right-footed in-swinger coming. That's 5 Tech players at the top of the 18. Ball comes in near post. Headed out by Pedretti to touch to the Warriors. Thanks for joining us here. This is Tim Atkinson. You can follow me on Twitter at TimAtkinson22 to check my weekly soccer schedule here in the city of Fort Wayne for SummitCitySports.com as we continue to coverage varsity high school athletics. Saturday, 11:30 a.m. at Homestead, Noblesville at Homestead, girls soccer. Still trying to confirm up the schedule next week for SummitCitySports.com, but I'm pretty sure Thursday we'll have a doubleheader live from the Southside Annex, as they call it. It's where they play soccer for Southside at the old Elmhurst High School. Off of Sandpoint. Be excited to get out there to get both Archer squads. So second half starting as the first half was, with possession from the Warriors and the chances as well. Good ball played at the top of the 18, cleared out though from the Cougs. Vigario trying to track it down.
For St. Francis, I mentioned the way that they began.
Denario plays it. Harris plays it into the attack. Trying to find Garcia, and smart header on defense. Big boot by Khan. Jones. Oh, McClellan. Here's a chance for the Cougars. Michael McClellan. Left footer. Cross. Couldn't get it through. But the corner coming for St. Francis. I'm telling you, Michael McClellan is an absolute beast on the left wing for head coach Mitch Ellison in his 21st season out of Lake Central High School. His speed and strength, a difference maker. So the right-footed in-swinger goes far post, off the head. That was, I believe, headed by both players. And they're going to say contacted last by a Warrior, so it will be a corner on the far side here for the Cougs.
And another corner.
Left-footed in-swinger near post. Headed up and out by Ward. Back in, but offsides. Was the St. Francis player on that far side. Had to come back onside, no touch. That was Vigario, it was. That will roll out for a goal kick.
Condor is 18, and number 30 is Mikey McClellan.
Pressure from McClellan. And smartly, Basney plays it back. Rosado. They start their attack once again. Tenario plays it far side. Uh-oh. Amaoka. The walkover. Cuts it back to the center. Cuts it back to the left boot. Back to the right. Takes a shot. And no good. But you see the absolute skill from the goal scorer. Pressured. McClellan let it roll to Bukaram. Bukaram gets to it. Plays Martinez. Goes out wide. Look, that's Condor coming out of the right back slot to go into the attack, and last touch by the Warriors. Throw in coming from St. Francis. We're under 40 minutes. Vigario slips it through. Kostick. Right-footed cross. Rosado there. Rosado will take a peek. Uh-oh, giving away to Simmerman, who plays it near side. Check it. Simmerman making the overrun here. Near side, that one deflected out. Throw in coming for Tech. Basney was dispossessed by McClellan. And then, ouch. McClellan. Good opportunity here for the Cougs. What's he going to do? McClellan to the right boot. And then threw it in. Maybe could have played it wide to Vigario. Bucaram also wanted the through ball played down the center of the pitch. But can't question Michael McClellan's heart. As that one may have... Ellis. Excuse me, Harris. Not sure where I got Ellis. That's Will Harris. Now comes out, battle for the ball. McClellan will slide tackle. Gets it to Perez, who one touches it back to McClellan. Through ball, just not angled enough towards the sidelines. Given up, and Ward. But that will be a throw from the Cougs. Tremendous pressure from Martinez. As Laborde will come up for the throw. Bucaram. Zimmerman played it wide. Amioka plays it back, and they'll slow down their attack. The giveaway. St. Francis. Near side's offside is McClellan. Bucaram trying to get a shot. Does. Deflected. Still with possession in the box. Cuts it back. Plays it back. Kostick. Ball comes in and headed out. McClellan keeps it in. McClellan pulls it with the left foot, and Harris defends it out. But McClellan showing you the speed.
But even if I did, number 21, Harris Kostick is out there, and so is 23, Tyler Laborde for St. Francis.
Right-footed in swinger. Martinez. Deep ball. Headed up by a Coug. Rosado. Great heads-up play by that keeper. And then a quick throw out to giveaway. Flicked back into McClellan. Cougs keeping the possession and the attack. That time. Last touch by Tech. Be a throw incoming for St. Francis. Perez. The freshman. Oh, trickery. And Rosado there. A nice piece of trickery from Perez. And we have a whistle. Foul on St. Francis. Splitting the defense is Ward from Leo High School. Zimmerman comes near side. Jones back to Zimmerman. Thought about it. DeGeorge tried to fit it into Zimmerman, dispossessed by the Cougs and given away. Ward. Nice through ball played from Tag, cleared out. Smart defending and good read by number 17, the sophomore, Josh Pedretti out of Toronto, Ontario. Casas. Basney gives it away back to St. Francis. Bucaram. Can the Cougs counter? Axel Perez tries to play it up front to Vigario. Harris there, and Harris clears it out. Bounces over midfield. Garcia. Ooh, nice little flick with the back heel. Garcia. Nearly got through. Little dummy. Amioka cannot score. So good build up there from Indiana Tech and head coach John Dunn in his second season. But nothing happening. Is that one wide, right, and high? And we're going to have a whistle. And a quick restart. Trying to break out McClellan on this near side. And maybe too quick, as that was angled out for a throw to Tech. (32-30). Uh-oh. It's a 3-on-2. Couldn't fit it in. How about that D from number 14, Julian Colantonio, but another foul. And the Cougs fans not pleased. As is the coaching staff for St. Francis. Of course, Mitch Ellison, his 21st season, assistant coaches Paco Castillo, Matthew Brown, and Baden Lee. Head coach for Indiana Tech in his second season, John Dunn. Assistant Scott Brown and Jeffrey White. That one mishit maybe a little. Oh, Amioka got to it, headed it. Khan is there. Looked like that was going to fade away out of the box, but it did not. Like a magnet to Maxwell Amioka's head. And Masi Ghana, here's your one goal scorer on this evening. Backspin kept it in. Zimmerman flicks it and headed out smartly. Throw incoming for the Warriors. Right foot across. Far post. Khan couldn't get to it. Amioka couldn't either. Woo! Dangerous chance there if you're a Cougar. 31 minutes left. Still 1-0. Headed back into the attack from Tech. Garcia tried to flick it over here to Zimmerman. Couldn't. Axel Perez. Here come the Warriors. Plays it wide. Amioka. No one around. Amioka to the right boot. Try to cross. Deflected. Still loose in the box and up and over the crossbar for a goal kick. I believe that was Garcia. Just up and over the crossbar. 30 minutes remaining. Big boot. Comes Khan. Headed back in. These good hops there from Luke Jones out of Warwickshire, England. Known for their verticality, I heard, there in that local part of England. Laborde. Out of Leo High School. Brings it into Martinez. Out of Elkhart, Indiana, and Elkhart Memorial High School, but a throw-in right back to the Warriors, 29.5 left. SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you join us each and every Friday evening. Summit Athletic Conference football Friday night under the lights. Kickoffs at 7 p.m. You can join me from Bishop Lewis High School this Friday as they will host the Concordia Cadets. Used to be in the same regional in Class 3A. Now Lewis in 2A and Concordia in 3. So no playoff matches for them. Matchups for them, but we will see. Look at that ball. Is it weighted enough? Amioka, can he get to it? Somehow did. Are you kidding me? Garcia, Khan comes out. Still battling. That is some serious talent and speed from Amioka. And then we're going to have a foul. Cannot say enough about this kid out of Ghana. Out to touch to the Cougs. Good flick. Perez trying to get it back to the running Kostick. Couldn't. Long throw and out to touch. Under 28 minutes left in this match. Should say regulation. Don't want to jinx it. How about this diagonal ball played? Just a bit level. Zimmerman. Ooh, how about that body control on Martinez for Zimmerman to turn the corner? Oh, the shot coming blocked. Smart, because number 9 had a tremendous angle. Luke Jones, the freshman out of Warwickshire, England. Out of the... Oh, ball comes in, but we're offsides. Zimmerman called for offsides. "27 minutes. Rolls near side to Pedretti. The sophomore tries to play it up to Perez. Just may have skipped over the noggin. Zimmerman, good layoff to Jones. McClellan. Just a bit off on the timing with Bukaram. As number 11 just went to the turf, Dean Ward. I think he's cramping as that goes out to touch. And yeah, we're going to get a stoppage of time as number 11, the senior out of Leo High School, Dean Ward, needs a little replenishment and a bit of a stretch. So we'll take a quick break as they tend to the Warrior. Summit City Sports.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Craw.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So Dean Ward does come off the field, and he's getting worked on here near sideline. There's that one given to Rosado. As the clock wasn't started immediately, so I'm going to stop mine to catch it up, because that's what they will go by. So 26-20. Tenario. Amiako. Look for that far post, but nobody there except a Coug. Tyler to the board. Senior out of Leo High School. Under 26 minutes left in regulation NAIA matchup. Indiana Tech 0-1-0. And the St. Francis Cougars 3-2. Only goal coming from the Kumasi Ghana product, Maxwell Amioko. And I've said it enough. I may have said it about 7 different times, but there's one thing that's for certain. He has been the best player on the pitch. Perez, beautiful ball. Could he get to it? He does. Vigario, chance, cross, no one there. Both Cougs went to the goal line, right to the net. Not one stayed there in that open slot where the ball came. An opportunity knocked man dissipated 25 minutes. McClellan. Talk about skill. McClellan. Oh, tremendous. And they're going to get a foul on Tech. And head coach John Dunn is irate. He's got a point. There was a little tug at the jersey, but there was some contact also from his player. And so he'll take a seat. Martinez will come for the free kick. The right boot. Under 24 and a half left. Played it in the center. Magario. Dispossessed. Here come the Warriors. Can they counter? Great read from the board. Put back in by Jones. Perez tried to flick it. Behind, no look, no good. Under 24 minutes remaining. Tremendous peel back from Vigario to get possession back for the Cougs. See if they can mount something. I like that idea, just not angled enough. As Condor tried to come up. Amioka, you do not want to give him space. How about that settle with the left boot from a freshman? The shot, and I think that was deflected. Nope, just mishit. Out for a goal kick. 23 minutes left in regulation. You soccer fans, high school will be back at it Saturday, 11:30 a.m. live from Homestead High School, Noblesville. The Lady Millers, ranked number 2 in the state, take on number 6 ranked Homestead, as that's going to be an obvious foul on Jones, climbing over the back. Getting a little chippy out on the pitch. Under 23 minutes. Just over the head of Martinez. Garcia, just too heavy. Amialco, though, I guarantee he's going to track it down. That was about the easiest call. Ground cross, beautiful cross. Got a toe on it, did Jones. But just wide. And Khan with the sigh of relief. That attack had ill intentions, if you're a Cougar fan. As we near 22 minutes. Whistle. This one going against St. Francis. 1-0 we stay. That first goal coming in about midway through that first half. From Tech. Most of the possession in that first half coming from the Warriors as well. More balanced here in the second half. Couple of real opportunities. As that one is going to be a goal kick. No foul called on the shoulder charge. It's going to give the ball to the Cougs. I mentioned these two clubs only located a couple of miles apart. There's Indiana Tech there on the east side of downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana. And another foul on St. Francis. And the foul's starting to pile up for both clubs. And Tech's wondering why advantage wasn't played. As Zimmerman had the ball near side. That's what Harris is asking as well. The freshman from Coventry, England. But a free kick coming for Tech. It'll be number 14. Headed out, Condor, headed back in, Damioka. As he shields off. Garcia plays it back one time. Got caught up momentarily, now possesses. Garcia to the top of the 18. Casas, bouncing ball. Garcia. Cross, safe. Bouncing ball comes out. Oh, that's going to be a handball. And it must have been a handball before the handball from the Cougs, because that's the one I saw. And then given away. Just unforced turnover under 20 minutes. Miss header. Bassnape. He boots it. And the miss hit. Colantonio was dispossessed. Now comes Tech. Up 1-0. Casas. Patience here on this possession. Bassney knocked out to touch to Tech. Again, we're going to have a substitution. Mata Den Ert checks in. Number 10. Out of Hamburg, Germany. And Amioka, after the injury, they're going to give him a rest here with 18:45 left in the second half, as the Ghana goal scorer checks out. Throw in coming.
For Indiana Tech, Ope Dinner, number 10.
And this Summerman.
Replacing number 25, Maxwell.
Bassney puts it into the box. Good play by Kostick. Check it, Colantonio. Bukaram. Needs to switch it far side. Does. Nicely laid off ball. Rosado off his line to boot it out of danger. Makes the turn, does Casas. The attack. Casas. Just around. And Khan smartly off his line for the grab. $17.50. Pedretti plays it back to Khan. Now they go far side. Try to play it up to Condor. Peeled back. Did Vigario. Up top, Bukaram. Jones. Simmerman. Jones. Jones. Simmerman. How about this two-man game? What not to like. And then pushed off the ball. Going away from the goal, too. That'll be a free kick. Nice play by Luke Jones to pick up that foul on St. Francis. 17 minutes left. Jones. And number 10, Denert, will line up for this free kick. Two-man wall for the Cougs, it looks like. And we have a stoppage of time. Not sure why. 16:32 left. And I'm not sure what this conversation is about. But to see the referee stop the time in the middle of a half to speak to a coach and explain something, to me is, it shouldn't happen. And I say it in basketball all the time. Stop stopping the game to explain things to coaches. If they don't like the call, tough. Nothing against Mitch on that one. I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to do. I'm talking about the officiating. Coach can ask for time all he wants. Doesn't mean an official's got to give it to him. There's a free kick. Comes in. Khan, I think he parried that out. Come to Garcia. Too heavy on that touch. Can they attack with the counter? McClellan. Rosado thought about it, and the speed shown and cleared out. Oh, wow. Jones in tight space. Simmerman. Denert. Simmerman in the box, and he took a dive. Absolutely was a dive. Great no call by this official. And it will be a throw coming. Or did that roll out for a corner? Didn't see where that ended up. As I was looking at the potential foul. It will be a left-footed corner coming in with the in-swinger. Far post. And not sure. Last touch by Tech. Goal kick coming for the Cougs. Expect the intensity to keep picking up as these seconds tick on here in the second half. St. Francis down 1-0 to the crosstown rival Indiana Tech. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Summit City Sports bringing you the broadcast. You can follow us on Twitter at 260sports. I can follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Zimmerman. Side away. Basney. DeGeorge. Picked off by a Coug. Tricky play. Lost possession. And then the foul picked up on number 21, Harris Kostick, out of Northside High School here in Fort Wayne. Senior midfielder. Nearing 14 minutes. Several fouls here in the second half, no doubt. Free kick coming. Tech enjoying a 1-0 lead. It will be number 9, the freshman out of Warwickshire, England. Plays the ball in, and too heavy. Out over the end line for a goal kick.
Now on from St. Francis, number 7,
Ivan Altamirano, the freshman out of Puerto Azul, Ecuador, checks in for St. Francis. McClellan got a piece. Bukaram couldn't get enough of it. Did get to McClellan. Good three-man game on this side. Pushed off the ball from behind. And it doesn't matter if you have the ball if you pushed him off it. Under 13 minutes. Axel Perez. Puts a ball in the box, and too heavy. Rosado there for an easy grab. Easy roller out wide. Played right back. I believe that's Will Harris over there, it is. Too heavy on that touch. McClellan can't get to it. Perez does. Altamirano there. Martinez. Cal Antonio. And given away. Back to Tech. Under 12 minutes left in regulation. Second half here, NAIA men's soccer. McClellan showing you the speed to catch up. Zimmerman. Nice turn by Sideaway. He's a sophomore out of Bridgetown, Barbados. And we're going to whistle? Nope. Advantage play. Advantage play to Tech. Axel Perez, piece enough. Still in. Got a Coug down. Left-footed shot. The bender. No! Goal! Wow! Number 9, Luke Jones with a goal on the bender. Tremendous stuff. Are you kidding me? That is one outstanding goal from a freshman. Wow. And double up they go. Summit City Sports replay. Ball played near side. Now watch Jones. The left-footed cross. That went right past the keeper. Khan had a weird angle on it. As let's go back to it one more time, if we can. Here it comes. Watch this angle. Now watch Khan. Right there. He came out and had to backstep a couple times. He read it poorly off the initial kick, I think. And you see right there the talent of the freshman, Luke Jones, 5'10" forward out of Warwickshire, England.
He replaced Tyler Laborde, number 23.
Back to the action, 2-0.
Ryan Steele, he's replacing number 7, Noah Garcia.
Zimmerman. But it does come back to Jones. And too high, can't get it for Denert. Condor. Dispossessed by Steele. Gets it back. Tremendous effort by that right back out of Concord High School, Nate Condor. Another dangerous situation here for the Cougars as we near 10 minutes left. There's the strength from Denert. Bookerum has McClellan up top. Bookerum peels it. Nice ball in space. Then given back. Nearing 9 minutes, running out of time for St. Francis, especially giving up that goal. I know Braden Kahn will want that one back when he takes a peek at it on replay. Oh, we're offsides. That's what the whistle is for. McClellan near side. But Bassney there to clear it out. And you don't see just clears out by these Indiana Tech Warrior players and these defenders. The clear outs are going right into their midfield teammate or forward teammate's feet, out right into the counter. Ball comes in and nearly into the stands on that south end zone here at Bishop Darcy Stadium. St. Francis football team will be live in, 3 weeks? 2 weeks from this Saturday. And I believe it's Marion. Have to double check it. St. Ambrose. I have been corrected. As that one will roll out over the end line for a goal kick. Under 8 minutes. Kahn, that's a dangerous ball. Yeah, Denert up there pressuring. Bugario trying to check it down on that far side. Nice header. Is that Zimmerman? And I think we're going to get a foul called on that high boot. We are. That's going to be a foul on that high boot from the Cougar on D. And another free kick in a good position for Indiana Tech. Head coach John Dunn in his second season's got to be pleased with what he's seen here this evening. Have controlled the match for the most part. Thought about it. Right-footed, free kick, headed off a Cougar. And it'll be out to touch to Tech. 6.5 left. Amioka is going to get ready to check back in for head coach John Dunn. It's a scary prospect if you're St. Francis. Kid has been tremendous. Did have that goal in the first half. Zimmerman chested it. Tried to chest it down. That was tricky. Just a bit heavy. McClellan, can he get a touch into space? No. Harris plays it. St. Francis trying to cut it back. That was number 22, Drew Forte, out of Leo High School. He's a senior. Checking in number 12, Jacob Woodruff, out of Elkhart, Indiana, Elkhart Central High School. Yeah, so we'll be St. Francis with the bye this week, then heading to Chicago for Robert Morris. Then coming home September 28th, noon kickoff against St. Ambrose. And then that will be followed by Marion. They will travel to Marion for that rivalry. And then Concordia. So back-to-back top teners there, too, for the Cougs. Going to get it interesting over the next couple of weeks for St. Francis football. Coming off a disappointing postseason run last year. So 5 minutes remaining in the match. St. Francis running out of time. That one just punched off the face. That's not even fair from Steele. And that ball comes in, and that will go out for a goal kick. No touch from Kahn as he covered that near side post nicely. Senior's been strong just for that, really, that one mistake on that bender on that second goal coming here in the second half from Jones. There's Harris. Perez got to it, but Zimmerman plays it wide to Amioka. Zimmerman making the overrun. Amioka cuts it to the right foot. He wants a shot. Deflected. Nope. Just scuffed it. And for a goal kick to St. Francis. Kahn with the boot out.
We do have a freshman on one team and a sophomore on the other. They both hail from Woodburn, Indiana. And apparently they're related.
As Kahn will come up with it.
Daniel Vaitis plays for University of St. Francis, and Israel Vaitis plays for Indiana Tech. I do believe they're brothers.
3.5 minutes left. PA announcer just announced a little cool thing about this evening. A pair of brothers playing against each other. The sophomore for Indiana Tech, Israel Vaidez, the sophomore, and the freshman for St. Francis, Daniel Vaidez, both of them out of Woodland High School in Woodburn, Indiana, on the east side of Fort Wayne, just a suburb-ish. It's down 24. Under 3 minutes, but a cool little thing there. Two players, brothers, going at it. 2:40 remaining. Out wide. And that'll be deflected out to touch for St. Francis. Still not over yet. You punch one in here in the next 30 seconds or minute. Give yourself a chance. Ball. And there it is. Deflected off the head of an Indiana Tech player, I imagine. And the goal for St. Francis. was absolutely needed and struck at the right time. As I mentioned, just as I was mentioning it, was the chance, and there it was. You catch a break, you never know what's going to happen, and that goal put in for St. Francis. And the restart.
We're trying to verify, but we believe that shot came from Ethan Vigario, number 10. It was deflected and in the goal.
So 2-1. Trying to figure out who that goal was credited to. PA announcing is saying number 10, Ethan Vigario. That does look like it was him. And it deflected, right off the head of an Indiana Tech player. Minute and a half. Got to keep the pressure and the quickness rolling here if you're St. Francis. Forte, the throw in. Knocked off the ball, but last touch. That should be a corner. Absolutely. Good call. And a corner coming for St. Francis. A chance with 1:10 left to tie it up.
One minute.
Ball, far post, punched out by Rosado. All the way to the far side, out to touch, back to St. Francis, under a minute. Quick throw, headed out, still a chance. The shot deflected by Simmerman, and then cleared. Conway out of his goal. Uh-oh. Amiako. Look at that piece of skill, Amiako, and that will seal it with 30 seconds left. Maxwell Amiako on the breakaway, and the goal. He is an absolute player, no doubt about it, as you take a peek right there at Maxwell out of Ghana. That is not Ghana, Indiana. Ghana, Africa.
We have a score, Indiana Tech 3.
Out of Lindsey Wilson College as well. But what a counter. Of course, St. Francis was all pulled out. Had to be down 2-1 under a minute. And the restart. St. Francis. Steele making the run. Cross, Con there. But what a match from Maxwell Amioko. 2 goals on the evening. And number 9, Luke Jones, are the goal scorers, and that is a final here from Bishop Darcy Stadium. Indiana Tech wins 3-1 over the Cougs to move to 1-1 on the season. St. Francis will drop to 3-3. Well, thanks for joining us here for another night of NAIA soccer coverage. This has been a broadcast from Summit City Sports. For Mitchell Glassford, KG, and Hunter Sosenheimer, this is Tim Atkinson. We'll talk to you next time.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream, and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care. helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way. Offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Chapel Project is the most important building that has ever been built or ever will be built on this campus. It's in the heart of the campus, it's on Mirror Lake, and the chapel and the Bass Mansion will be able to communicate with each other architecturally.
Blood flow restriction training is a new treatment technique we're using at Parkview Sports Medicine that helps us stay on the cutting edge. This type of training is not only new to Parkview Sports Medicine, but in physical therapy as a whole. And it's really gaining popularity because it solves one of the fundamental problems that we see in therapy. We have a lot of patients who we can't put a lot of stress through their injured tissue, but we still want them to get stronger and still want them to gain muscle size. Blood flow restriction training uses a specialized piece of equipment, a blood flow restriction cuff, that fits around the upper portion of an arm or a leg. Doing that, then it partially restricts, but not totally occludes the blood flow going to the limb.
I thought it was gonna hurt, and it does kind of feel weird, but doesn't hurt or anything. I just didn't really know what to expect. Well, you put it on and then you have to lay down and let it calibrate, and it like gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And then after that, get in your position to do your workout, and then press the inflate button and it'll squeeze your leg or your arm.
What the research is telling us about training with blood flow restriction is that the buildup of the lactic acid and the metabolic stress that we're putting on these tissues helps you gain strength and muscle size, similar to that of training at high intensity.
Compared to like a normal workout, the burn comes like within the third rep, and then the 30-second break in between, there's no like recovery. I can see the difference and feel the difference. It feels a lot more effective than just doing normal exercises.
Blood flow restriction training is the perfect tool to solve that fundamental problem. But this is something that you don't see everywhere, and you don't see very many places in Indiana at all.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Craw.
Shot hits the post. And a centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
My grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only only get you so far. So they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.